The Prime Minister is at that tower right now, those visuals on your screen, and he's inspecting the site, how exactly that incident unfolded. He's also accompanied by the top officers there who are briefing him about this entire incident, the preliminary investigation that has been conducted so far. And he would want to know all the details of what is known so far. How did this calamity happen? How did this man-made disaster unfold? Who are the people responsible? Going into the details. And that's what Maria and Siddhant have been pointing out, that the visit of the Prime Minister, the top government functionary at the union level, is important because it makes sure that the entire machinery swings into action. There's a healing touch, and a sense of closure and justice will only come when people who are responsible for this man-made disaster are brought to justice. Maria, I'm coming back to you. Prime Minister at the spot right now, taking stock of the situation.
Yes, that's right. And he has been briefed on the rescue and relief operation that have been underway ever since this unfortunate tragedy took place in Morbi. All aspects relating to the tragedy has been discussed with him, and the Prime Minister has repeatedly emphasized on ensuring that all kind of possible assistance is provided to those who are impacted, affected by it. Yesterday, in that meeting that was held by him, the Chief Minister was present, the DGP of the state was present, other top officials of the Home Department of Gujarat, Gujarat State Disaster Management Authority, all of them were present. When we look at those visuals, Anusha, it reminds us of that healing touch that we are talking about. That when you look at those visuals and Prime Minister there interacting that is Harsh Sanghvi, who is the Minister of State for Home Affairs in the state of Gujarat. He is briefing the Prime Minister of there, explaining to him as to how this bridge, how it is and how it is a hanging bridge, what was the renovation work, what was allocated to them. And Harsh Sanghvi is the youngest MLA in the Gujarat Assembly and the youngest minister, of course. He has been inducted in the new Bhupendra Patel cabinet, which was constituted last year. So he is visiting the Prime Minister. He has been in touch with the Prime Minister's office throughout. The Prime Minister's office has been in touch with the minister and other ministers as well, trying to get details of what could have gone wrong and how to fix accountability. I think right now is the stage of accountability, even as rescue and relief operation continues, Anusha. And when we look at those visuals, it just reminds you of what it will lead to. That soon after the Prime Minister leaves, we can expect bigger action and accountability that we are talking about.
That's why the intervention matters. That is why it matters that not just the Chief Minister, but you have the Prime Minister of the country visiting Morbi right now, which witnessed that very unfortunate incident. You have one of the ministers who's briefing him right now, as Maria pointing out, telling him the details of what transpired, what led to the incident. And when you have intervention from the top corridors of power, expect accountability, expect action, which is very, very important in a tragedy of this nature. It's only the political will that can ensure that people within the civic authorities who are responsible for this mess and mayhem and loss of lives are taken to task. Cutting across back to Siddhant, who's with us on the broadcast. Siddhant, tell us about the plan of the Prime Minister. From here, he's also expected to go to the hospital where the survivors are getting treatment, meet the family members as well.
Look, he is here, and what he's doing is he's taking briefing from each one of them. He's not speaking a single word. He's just listening to what they are telling him. And that makes him a great leader. Because if you're a great listener, then you're a great leader. And this is exactly what Prime Minister is doing. He's just listening to their stories, what they have to say in their defense. And he will also, question them about the lack of, the careless attitude of the administration, if there is any. He's just understanding that how it all happened. And in fact, Harsh Sanghvi was also showing him the fort side, which is next to this river. And Harsh Sanghvi was explaining him that this entire contract was given to this company, and this fort is a part of this suspension, colonial era suspension bridge. So right now also he's taking a briefing. He's discussing the details of the case. Bhupendra Patel, Chief Minister, is now speaking to the Prime Minister, and then Harsh Sanghvi was giving the briefings to the Prime Minister, because Harsh Sanghvi was here camping briefing from last 48 hours. He was the first minister to reach on the site, and he was given this responsibility from Prime Minister's side, and in fact from the state government also, to be here on ground and make sure that everything happens in a smooth manner. So Harsh Sanghvi was giving briefings to the Prime Minister. Now now Prime Minister is leaving this collapse site. Now he will be going to the hospital where he will meet the survivors, the victim of bridge collapse. Now Prime Minister who has come here for the first time after the incident, took briefings from Home Minister, from Chief Minister, and the officials, those who were given the responsibility for the rescue works, and the officials, those who were given the responsibility for the development of this district. So Prime Minister met each one of them, heard their stories, and even heard what they have to say in their defense and what exactly happened. Now Prime Minister will speak when he will take a review meeting in Rajkot Collector's office. So there is one review meeting which is scheduled. After he will finish his meeting with the survivors, he'll be going to the district collector's office, and there he will speak, and the leadership of Gujarat and local administration will listen, because Prime Minister has a different connect with the people of Gujarat, and I have always been saying this, that there is no other leader who has ever scrapped the entire cabinet because of the non-performance. It is only Narendra Modi who has scrapped the entire cabinet because cabinet did not perform when as per the expectations when COVID times were going on. So that is the level of governance that Prime Minister offers to his people, and that in fact enhances more trust and faith. And this is the reason that his party has been ruling the state from last 27 years, because every time Prime Minister gives out this message that people over everyone, people, the needs of the people over everyone else. So right now he took briefing, he listened to each one of them, whatever they had to say. Now he will be going to the hospital where he will meet the victims, the survivors. In fact, this morning I had this very nice sequence with the survivors, and survivors told me on my camera that हम प्रधानमंत्री जी से शिकायत करेंगे कि अब कम से कम इस तरह के हादसे नहीं होने चाहिए. तो survivors are also very excited to meet the Prime Minister, and in fact they have been told by the hospital that Prime Minister is going to come to meet them.
And
so they have called all their family members.
We look forward
also
to the meeting of the Prime Minister with all the survivors and also the people who have lost their lives in this very unfortunate incident. And I'm sure the family members would want to see their Prime Minister and what kind of action the government is promising at this point in time. Maria